Welcome back, everybody. We are here for SHOT Show coverage 2023, brought to you by Classic Firearms, featured on our Outside the Warehouse channel because, you know, YouTube strikes and stuff on our main channel. Anyway, I hope you... Where'd Katie?
Right here.
Oh, there she is.
So, trust your driving. I want to be as close as I can to get you out of here.
Dude, we got a roll cage, dude. What are you talking about? The horn doesn't work, but whatever. All right, anyway, but... Is it an assist? All right, we're getting distracted. Anyway, we're here to bring you our part 2 day 1 coverage, and we are excited to get to it. Who are you guys excited to see next?
Dude, I want to go check out Canik.
Canik?
Yep.
Okay.
Sentry.
Yep. All right, I can understand that because I get it. Yep. Katie?
I'm just really confused why Kai's not more, like, excited.
He's like, I mean, dude, you got like a 240 right next to you.
I'm very excited to see.
Kai goes, I'm so very, very excited to see Canik and maybe Sentry. So excited.
All right, anyway, let's go ahead and kick this off. I know you guys are excited to see the rest of our coverage of SHOT Show, so let's do it. All right, we are over here now with MEDEF. Is that right?
MEDEF.
There we go, man. And you guys have been making some pretty cool ammunition. You told me, hey, dude, you got to check some of this stuff out. So what exactly do we got going on with this?
Yeah, definitely. So MEDEF has been manufacturing for about 40 years now. Started in Turkey, but now we're pretty much right in your backyard, Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we manufacture 12 gauge ammunition, everything from number 3 to number 9 with various shot weights in between, slug, buck, 9mm, 115, 124 grain.
Yep.
Ramping production up for your 5.56, 55 grain, 7.62 by 5.1 NATO, and 3.9 for those AK lovers like you out there.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah, so we follow NATO specs, SAMI specs.
Yeah.
The Savannah Police Department now uses our ammo.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's seriously high quality stuff, guys. And how we achieve that is we manufacture our own components as well.
Oh, nice.
So it keeps quality control in-house. And since we don't have to outsource any products from anyone, it's given end users high quality ammo without the high quality prices.
Gotcha, man. Well, that's pretty fantastic, dude. And I was just talking to your CEO, right?
Yeah.
And, he's like, dude, we got to have you out to Turkey and actually see how the ammo comes together. And I'm assuming once we get that figured out, he said you guys got a new facility being built, which is really cool. Once we get the, see the ammo literally coming off the line, I'm sure you guys have a range where you got to test fire it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so something like that would be pretty cool. Let us know down in the comment sections if you guys would like to see something like that, actually ammunition being made, right? And then we take it to the range, see its performance, stuff like that, with probably different types of weapon systems, I can assume.
Yeah. The machines we use are from Ates G.
Yeah.
These machines will blow your mind, man.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're huge, and we can pump out millions a day. It's insane, man.
That's freaking cool, man. Well, I really look forward to that. I want to make that happen. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it for like a year now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I saw you back at the NRA show. Right? Yeah, and then on top of that too, we need to get some of the ammo in and give it a shot ourselves too, because I'm always looking for more ammo.
Well, it's not if you like it, it's when.
Oh, fair enough, dude. All right, well, I'll take your word for it, and I'm looking, like I said, I am looking forward to shooting it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it being manufactured and made as well. Yeah,
you'll love the ammo, absolutely. Last year I shot about 17,000 rounds of 9mm between training and competition.
Right.
I only had one ammo-induced malfunction.
Really?
Yeah, I had other malfunctions due to magazines or spring weights and stuff, but only one ammo-induced malfunction, and that was an incomplete powder burn. And just to be honest and open about it.
Well, if you're being honest and open about one failure out of 17,000 rounds.
Yeah, which exceeds anyone's expectations for ammo. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Well, I mean, I appreciate you taking the time, and I really look forward to running the stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
You got it.
All right, guys, now we're over here with Gage at Fort Scott Munitions. Gage, just tell me a little bit about just whatever. You tell me. We're just here to cover
last year about May, we got to finally work together. We had a thing called the Copper Ticket event.
Oh, yeah.
It was a blast. But no, we manufacture ammunition. Everything is solid copper. Our whole thing is we're designed to tumble upon impact, have multiple patents on that. SHOT Show is going pretty good. Looking forward to a few more days of it. It's been pretty busy so far.
Oh, yeah?
But no, it's a great time here in Vegas. Come check us out.
Yeah, for sure. So head over to Fort Scott Munitions, check out their booth, check out their ammo. Great company doing great things. We're hoping, to get out to Copper Ticket round 2.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks, Gage, for your time.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right, here we are at the Kalashnikov USA. I've got Evan over here with me. Evan, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
so
for coming over.
Yeah, you got something new over here you talked about. What is this?
Absolutely. So this is the KR101 100 series. We're actually calling this the 5 series. This is going to be our 5.56 223 AK.
Okay.
You've got your folding stock on it, like the original 7.62. Okay, this is an exact 1-for-1, and this is going to be an awesome gun. Our customers have been asking for 5.56. They want an American caliber, and this is going to be it. Probably come with this magazine.
What magazine is
This
that?
is actually an AC Unity window mag. They make a very good mag. So this will be out this year. We're still testing it. We're trying to test it with every possible ammo we can get our hands on. That's why there's been a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
But I don't think we'll be able to keep these on the shelf.
You know, I don't think so either. So tell us about the barrel. What's the 16-inch?
Yep, 16.5-inch barrel. Okay, this is a cold hammer forged barrel. Okay, you've got an awesome muzzle brake, the standard muzzle brake. You've got your iron sights. Okay, out to 1,000 meters with your rear sight here. This happens to be a Blue Force Kalashnikov USA collaboration AK sling. And there's so many different things you can do to these guns. You can change out the rails, the top covers, quad rails, M-lock, triggers. So the options are
And you were talking about the charging handle, which I'm very, very interested in. So you said that could swap.
So we're gonna be offering a left side charging handle, which I'll show you, which is on another gun over there. We'll probably be the first OEM to do that. So I'm very excited about that. But we got a lot of great stuff coming down the pike.
Okay, so this is a new product that's coming out later this year.
Correct.
And 5.56.
Correct.
And what other calibers do you have?
We got something else coming. Let's go take a look.
All right, let's do it. All right, Evan, so now this is the 5.45, you said?
This is the 74M and 5.45 by 3.9.
All right.
Our consumers and the public has been asking for this caliber for a while. So once again, AC Unity mag here, windowed mag, authentic looking magazine here. It's got a folding rear trunnion, 16.5-inch barrel. Once again, the options that you can do with this gun are endless. So we're going to be making this year as well.
Okay.
And it's going to be a very popular caliber.
Oh, I can see that. I love 5.45.
Yep.
It just shoots so soft, so nice. I love it. It's, I mean, 5.56 is my caliber, but 5.45, man, the more I shoot it, the more I like
Absolutely. I mean, listen, the 5.45 by 3.9, kind of the equivalent is the 5.56. I think the ballistics might be a little bit better on the 5.45, but we're very excited, and so is everybody else. So
No, that's fantastic. And you were talking about you got your own ammo too, and I've got a little box in my hand. So
this is our Kalashnikov USA ammo, made for us in 7.62 by 3.9. It's brought in from another country, in Azerbaijan, and it's been very popular. It's direct-to-consumer sales, and who knows, you might see some other calibers down the road.
So right now you got 7.62 by 39. You guys are making your own official
Correct.
ammo.
This is our own ammo that's made for us, and we wanted to get into that business too, because as surplus ammo dries up, it's going to be harder to get, more expensive, and we'll be your first-stop shop for some AK ammo.
All right, Evan, so what is this?
So this is our KR103 side folder that's been out, cold hammer forged barrel, 7.62 by 3.9. What we have on this gun is our 40-round window magazine. Okay, very cool, with skeleton cuts. And then here's our Eastern Bloc inspired K21 rail, but it has M-lock. It's got a subdued 1913 rail on top, so you can mount all your accessories. But the other thing that we're going to be coming out with is a left side charger. So I think it's easier, just
much better,
just from the left side. So you'll see that over there. We'll probably offer a complete bolt with the left side charging handle and a modified dust cover. So, like I said, innovation's the name of the game. We're always coming out with accessories, and we're very excited for your support.
Absolutely, Kalashnikov, man. You guys are known for this stuff, so it's really, really cool. All right, Evan, so wait, what is this?
This is the KR9 SBR based on the original Vityaz Russian submachine gun. So this thing's pretty modded. You've got your Krebs enhanced safety on here. We've got the Kalashnikov mag flare. We've got our ambi release. We've got our shark fin wood here with M-lock rails. Okay, kind of give it a little rustic look, but still modern. You've got our cheese grater on it. And this is an awesome gun. I mean, some of these guns, we have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of rounds through. The KR9 is available now in a rifle length barrel, or a pistol configuration, or an SBR. So this has been one of our most popular sellers, and as you can see, you can equip it with everything. There's a lot you can do with this gun.
And I see that trigger. Is that factory?
I forgot that. No, it's a collaboration with CMC. This is a 2.5-pound trigger. Awesome break, awesome reset. So we sell triggers for the 9 and the 103. So like I said, the options are endless, and we're very excited.
This is fantastic. And lastly, about the magazine, is that just a Kalashnikov
Yes,
proprietary magazine?
our magazines are proprietary. Okay, we're the only one that makes them. We have them in 30 rounds, and we have them in 10 rounds for the restricted states.
Got you.
Yep.
Well, Evan, really, I'd love to talk to you more, but I don't want to take more of your time. Really appreciate your time. This
Thank
is
you, man.
fantastic.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan, come here, dude. We got one more. All right, Evan, you just walked up with this new thing. What is this thing?
Okay, this is called the Chaos, K-H-A-O-S. This is a 12-gauge.
It looks chaotic to me.
Thank you. It's pretty awesome. This is a 12-gauge firearm that transfers on a regular 44-73. Comes with your bird head style grip, 2 5-round magazines, a magazine feed ramp to assist with loading on a closed bolt. It comes with the M-LOK rail, and as you can see here, you can equip it. This is an aftermarket muzzle brake with one of our partners
insane.
we're
That's
collaborating
pretty
with.
cool.
But this is a very cool gun, firearm, and it will shoot 2 3/4-inch shells, 3-inch shells, very reliable, and I love it, and it transfers easily.
Wow, and this is actually pretty light.
It's not too bad.
Not bad.
It's not too bad. It's going to be a fun gun. It's been very popular. We started shipping those, so I'm very excited about that Chaos.
All right, so it doesn't come with this brake.
No, that's an aftermarket brake, just showing one of our collaborations with Boaris USA, but there's all different type of muzzle brakes you can put on the gun and accessories.
Well, if I'm getting this thing, I want this brake on
Yeah,
it.
so do I. It's
It
definitely
looks
gonna help.
more chaotic to me than anything else.
with
so.
the recoil management for sure.
Okay, guys, we were done with the video with Evan, but I checked this thing out more. I fell in love with this thing. I mean, look at this thing. So you got the, well, I don't want my mic to fail, so I'm gonna do it with my right hand. Look at the trigger. That's it, and look at that. All right, let me show you this way. Look at that reset. It's insane, like insanely short. Ready to go? That's it. That's it. Wow. I mean, the configuration and the way you hold this thing, I want one of these. A 9mm? I love 9mm. Wow, this is fantastic. The way they set this one up, again, I don't know, they did a lot of modifications to it, obviously. It doesn't come stock like this, so don't go to Kalashnikov and expect this. They built this, but this actually shows what you can do with one of these guns, so I love this thing.
Now we're over here with Benelli. We've got George with us. Thanks for taking the time, man.
You bet, buddy. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of the products.
Thank
and you
you.
guys got Stoger and Frunky as well, and that's just gonna happen. But as it is, you guys got all sorts of new products here lined up. Let's just roll into them.
Yeah, I'd love to take you through the entire lineup of new products, and we'll just go kind of right to left here. So this is our Lupo, Benelli centerfire bolt action rifle. We do a number of configurations here with black synthetic and camo, but this walnut stock is one that we just came out with last year, and it did really, really well for us. So what we did is we just expanded the number of calibers that we have.
Right.
That's what's new about this one this year. Next up, we have our 828 steel frame gun.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so we've been doing aluminum frame guns in 828 for like 7 years now.
Yeah.
It took us a long time, but we finally got a steel version, which is obviously heavier, right? It helps mitigate recoil a little bit. And we've also put our Best surface treatment on this.
Right.
And if you're not familiar with Best, you guys should check it out. It's a hybrid PVD technology. It's proprietary to Benelli. Nobody else can use it.
Yep.
And we warranty it for 25 years against rust and corrosion.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm open to the Pepsi challenge if any of your writers want to go throw it in salt water and see if it rusts.
All right.
So M2 has been a workhorse for Benelli brand for a long, long time, but it got a little bit of neglect, right? We hadn't updated it since 04.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be finally updating it this year, and it's across the whole line of M2s. So 12 gauges, 20 gauges, all the different camos, the youth stocks, the full-size stocks, right hand, left hand, the whole plethora of M2s is getting updated. The functional benefits are the Easy Lock bolt system, which is very reliable, improves reliability even more, and a two-piece shelving latch with a beveled and sculpted lower receiver that just kind of funnels and sucks those shells up into the magazine.
That's cool.
So that's new for us. That's obviously geared towards waterfowl and upland with all the different camo configurations. I'm sorry, waterfowl and turkey. For upland, it's the Montefeltro, which again is a mainstay in the Benelli portfolio, but we updated it along with the M2. So, you know, they're kind of basic models for us. They're entry-level guns, but it's like half of our catalog that's new for this year. It's that many number of new guns. It's got the easy locking bolt, the two-piece shell latch, the the improved ergonomics and cosmetics. We're real excited about these. Again, 12, 20, compact, full size, the whole range of models.
Nice.
Then this is just simply one of our Super Black Eagles, which I hope everybody has heard of by now. It's a pretty good waterfowl shotgun. What's new about it is Max 7, right? Realtree came out with Max 7, so Benelli's converting all of our old Max 5 guns to Max 7.
Right.
This will be across all semi-autos, all pumps, all Benelli. It's all going to be Max 7 now.
Awesome.
So we're real happy about that. And then we're going to change gears a little bit and switch over to the Stoeger brand.
Right.
So what's new for the Stoeger brand is all of their semi-automatic shotguns. They still have the same operating system that's been proven very reliable. But what we've done is we improved all the cosmetics and the ergonomics on the guns. And it's all of them. It's the 12 gauge, the 20 gauge, the 3, 3.5, the entire range of them. And it's got better ergonomics. It's got enlarged controls. Great feeling, great shooting gun. This is just another version of a Stoeger semi-auto with the all the improvements to it. Again, the full range of Stoeger is new. Another version here, this is a waterfowl special gun, we call it. It's got Cerakote on it, along with Realtree Max 7.
Right.
And then switching over to our last brand here, Franke. You know, Franke, several years ago, it's come out with rifles. We call it the Momentum. And it's been doing really, really well. So we've been expanding the portfolio of Momentum rifles. This is a Varmint right here, a Varmint Elite. Comes in Cerakote with True Timber camo.
Looks great.
And the newest exciting one out of Franke this year, though, is this gun right here called the All Terrain. Which is kind of like a hybrid scout rifle. You know, it's got the full length pick rail for forward mounted optics. It's got flip up sights on it.
That's cool,
AICS magazines. And it's got an interchangeable comb, obviously. A real cool product. And kind of bridges a gap between a truck gun and a hunting rifle and just a fun gun to shoot.
That's perfect, George, man. You know your stuff. You just hit all this without one single glitch, man. That was awesome. So, well, very cool. Beautiful, beautiful rifles and shotguns, of course. And, of course, these are very, very reputable names. So, guys, if you're looking for your next hunting rifle, whatever it might be, you know where to find them. Thanks, George, for taking the time.
All right, guys, we are over here with Tyler from Black Rain. So, Tyler, what are you holding, man?
So this is our new Bro 22. It was in production last year. It shot. This year it is ready for production, ready for orders.
Nice.
So this is the top of the line one that we got on a WUK chassis. Got two colors. Got the black with the walnut. We also have black with a carbon fiber.
Okay.
So the receiver's made in-house on this one, as well as the stainless bolts. Our trigger group, which is a billet trigger group with a 3-pound drop-in.
Okay.
This one is running a proof research barrel on it
Nice.
with our milled flash comp.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So it runs the same thread pitch as your 5.56, so super interchangeable if you want to swap it out.
Nice.
And then we've got a few others. We can work our way down some of the other ones that we have.
Yeah, for sure.
So the other one we have is on a Luth AR stock.
Okay.
We are able to, so we do all the Cerakote in-house on these.
So
Basically anything, any color you want that we can do. So same thing, same trigger package in it, as well as the receiver, the stainless bolt, and then we're running a proof research barrel on this one as well.
Nice.
Super
And the
lightweight. Yep. So the whole thing weighs about 3 pounds on this one. Super lightweight, super precision on it as well.
How's the recoil on it because it is so light?
Slim to none.
Okay,
So
awesome.
it is a 22 long rifle, so your recoil is minimal.
Gotcha, yeah.
So at 100 yards, we're putting about 25 rounds in about a dime.
Well, that's
with all
amazing.
of them. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
amazing.
it's phenomenal. So.
Nice.
So the next one we got is a Boyd stock, teamed up with Boyd. So the same trigger in all 5 of ours, that 3-pound billet
Nice.
trigger. Same with our receiver, which is actually painted, and then we sandblasted that barrel down and the comp on it. So Boyd done phenomenal on it. A couple different colors to choose from with that Boyd stock. So yeah, beautiful.
That's very pretty.
It is, yeah. The brush really runs with that color and that stock really well.
That looks
so
really good.
Very, very
Really
awesome.
good.
Your next one, this one is the Hunter. We teamed up with Magpul. It's the Hunter stock, so it's going to be the Hunter
Yeah.
series.
Oh, yeah.
4 or 5 different colors that Magpul offers it in. So this is actually our barrel. It's ours that we manufacture in-house. It's a chromoly barrel. This one's actually going to be threaded, that same thread pitch pattern to give you that option. And then you've got your same upper trigger group and all as well. So it does same as well, 22 long rifle, and it's super awesome, super precision on them. So
That's great.
And this one, so this is our you could call entry level. We teamed up with Hogue Stock, so we've actually got it all with our logo imprinted from Hogue.
Right.
With that same trigger package, our barrel. We left this one unthreaded, but we did leave a little meat on it to thread it to give you that option. Or you can put that clamp on front sights.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So you can do that. But same 3-pound trigger package, stainless bolts, and it's a non-interfering bolt. So most of the 1022 variants, you can't dry fire because it will hit that barrel with that striker. We actually shorten that up so you can dry fire these all day and it will not interfere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool, and it's just. The Bro 22 is phenomenal, that's for sure.
Gotcha.
So,
And you have these comes with what, 5-round mags?
they come with 10.
10?
Yep.
Oh,
So
awesome.
so they're all going to come standard with 10 rounds. In as of right now, we're going to do them with Pelican cases. So we've got some boxes that we're kind of.
You're getting fancy then.
Yeah. I mean, when we do it, we try to do it right. So. But yeah, no, they're super accurate, very fun to shoot. Kind of takes you back to your childhood days shooting your BB guns and stuff like that. Yeah. Just, they're super cool, super quiet, and
really pretty.
Yeah, very, very. The different color variances that we can choose from with the Wook and the Boyd and even the Luth, it's awesome. So we kind of got it ahead of the game since Luth's releasing theirs today, and we got it on a chassis. So
No, that's awesome.
it's
I love
awesome.
that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You're welcome. You know, I know you got a lot of stuff to do, so I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thanks so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, here we are at the FAXON Firearms booth. I've got Dustin over here. Dustin, thanks a lot for having us.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
All right, I see some stuff behind me.
Yeah.
You said this is new?
We have some new stuff, yeah. So we are kind of doubling down in the bolt action world. We started dabbling in bolt action as the FAXON brand with the 8.6 Blackout project, which we'll also talk about. But we decided that there's enough space in the market and there's enough need in the market for good American-made quality actions, profiled blanks, pre-fit barrels, and so on. So in addition to 8.6, we've debuted at SHOT our own bolt actions. And
looks pretty neat.
Yeah, 100% made in-house. And for those of you who are familiar with our flame fluting on our barrels, we added that to the bolt. Super slick. This one is a polished DLC coating. And these will be shipping later this year. But it comes with the integral recoil lug. It's a 6-lug design, integral pick rail, so it's basically out of the box. You're ready to go on your Remington 700 style build.
That is fantastic. And you said 8.6?
8.6 Blackout. Yeah, so we announced and formally announced that we were working with Q and Gorilla on the 8.6 Blackout project last year. We launched the barrels at NRA last year, and then in the fall of 22, we did our complete rifle line for 8.6 Blackout. So it's been a wild ride. Still not Sammy spec, still not a ton of ammo manufacturers for it, but has found a lot of success with the guys who are into Wildcat, the guys who are into reloading.
That's what I was going to ask. Like,
yeah.
What is it used for?
Yeah, so it's really great for hunting, especially large game hunting. So Kevin Brittingham from Q, who developed the round, if you go to his Instagram page, you can see it taken out like Cape Buffalo and all this sort of stuff, even with subsonic rounds out of a shorter barrel. Oh, wow. So it's optimized for a 12-inch barrel, but the secret sauce is it's a 1-in-3 twist. So if you take into consideration a normal like 5.56 barrel at like 1-in-8, well, we're taking that rotational energy and allowing it to affect the impact on target. So it's not just about round stabilization, it's about, think of blender settings, that energy is still transferred to the target. We've had members of our team go on hog hunts with these, and you could be a couple hundred yards out with a 12-inch barrel, take down a hog suppressed, subsonic, and they're down, they're dropped. It's pretty amazing.
That is fantastic. Thanks a lot for all that information. Did you have anything else to show us? Anything else that you want to highlight here?
Yeah, some other new stuff. We'll walk back here. We're about to launch these in the spring if you want to follow us. One of the things that we got into a couple of years ago was rimfire products. We really believe in one of our trademarks, which is the Fellowship of Firearms, and a lot of people bond around the 22. It's a fun round. It's a great plinking round, and even the competition side. We have folks from the Oklahoma State shooting team that are shooting FAXON rimfire products now. And so we're moving into complete firearms for 1022. So launching this spring, dealers could actually go ahead and place back orders on these. But we have a Hogue stock version, 2 gray birch stock versions, chassis versions, as well as a Magpul stock version. So it has our receiver and bolt. Receiver includes the integral pick rail and one of either our fluted or tapered barrels in each of those builds. So if you want to go like super shorty.
Yeah, I definitely want to handle that thing and just check it out.
Sure. Put a nice little fake can from JK on there. But yeah, we have our patented flame fluted shorty barrel on this guy. But the 1022 has been a fun market to get into. A lot of people bonding over it. Great results. We our sporting chamber allows people to use a whole wide array of ammunition. So all those things are coming this spring. So here's that 12-inch 8.6 blackout in an AR-10 with one of our muzzlock muzzle devices, billet receiver set. And then we also added a 308 and a 6.5 to the AR-10 line. So this is our Sentinel line of AR-10s. And these are actually our first 2 rifles, the 308 and the 6.5, that feature one of our match series barrels in them.
Perfect. And where are they made?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. They are fantastic. And this is what you were talking about, the hog hunting, right? The 8.6, 12.5 inch?
Yeah, we've done that with both bolt actions, because we do make rimmage style barrels for 8.6, or with gas guns. So depending on how you like to hunt, what you want to hunt with, yeah, those are both excellent options for you.
That's awesome. Thanks a lot, Dustin. I mean, it seems like you guys got some really cool stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Really excited to see him out there in the real world, actually use him and shoot him and check him out for sure. Thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
We're over here now at SUREFIRE. We've got my buddy over here, Andrew. It's always good to see you, bro.
Good to see you, man.
Yep, and you might be recognizing this handsome devil from our SUREFIRE Tennessee Turbo Nights. Thanks to Kyle Lamb, SUREFIRE, of course, Viking Tactics. We ran that 2-day course, bro, and I found out really quick, I don't know what I'm doing. Kyle made it very clear, like, hey, dude, you're a good shooter and everything, but you might want to slow down a little bit and actually learn how to use your light on your gun. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I like? Our pressure pads. You know what doesn't always work? Our pressure pads.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like every now and then, especially if you're having to go different weird angles and stuff like that, if I'm having to hold my gun sideways to shoot through a different type of barricade or whatever it might be, I might not be able to get to my pressure pad, and having a simple push button tail cap really does help sometimes. So having that dual switch, I love. But anyway, we've got a couple of different products laid out here. Of course, the turbo, light system has been the newer product, right?
Yep.
Really focused Candela. One that I didn't even see were these XC lights, which the one that had like the removable charging battery and all that.
Yeah. So you were talking about our XSCs.
Yes.
So we have a couple different, handgun mounted weapon lights. Our most famous is the X300 series of lights for full-size handguns.
That's right.
They're the gold standard for sure. Obviously, just a little bit bigger because they're 2 side-by-side 123s. Makes it a little wider and harder to conceal. So we have a couple other lights kind of more oriented towards concealed carry. Our XC1's been super popular for like Glock 19 size pistols. Yep. It's not wider than the frame of a Glock 19.
Cool.
We also, like I said, we have our XSCs. They've been around for a couple years now. We have 4 different models now of the XSC.
Yeah.
This one's the XSCA. This is for Glock 43, Glock 48 MOS.
Cool.
We have another one for P365s, the XLs, basically all the 365 variants from SIG. We have another one for the Hellcat series of pistols.
Yep.
Because all of these guns, by the way, these micro compact guns have proprietary rails.
Yeah.
And we have another XSC, the XSC-B, which is a universal rail. So for all the subcompacts that use the standard like universal rail, it'll go on those. The long and the short is it's 350 lumens. You have ambidextrous switching, and then it's a removable, rechargeable battery cartridge, kind of like a camera battery.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The reason behind it is some of the other ones that have charge in place, you'd have to put your pistol down to charge the whole thing, and you can't really train with it. So with this, you can actually do a low light course and do hot swaps on batteries and keep training, which is pretty cool. You should be training with your lights. If you run a weapon light, you should know how to use it, which you're intimately familiar with.
Now I am, yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, I see my target, I can hit it, right?
Yep.
You got to be able to see your target, and if the lights are completely off, it's good to have that type of light. Now, question is, what kind of battery life are you typically looking at with these recharges?
It's not great. Man, I think off the top of my head, I want to say it's about 45 minutes.
Okay, well, that's a constant use, though.
Yes.
Because most of the time when you're running any type of weapon light, it's a, okay, cool, there it is.
Yep.
There's my target I want to shoot.
Yep.
So that's not that big of a deal. And does it ship just with just the one charge?
Yep.
So,
and it comes with a charging bay for 2. You can buy as many batteries as you want, depending on how long the day of training you're doing is.
right, which honestly doesn't sound all that bad, especially if you think about how much a pack of batteries is constantly over a period of time.
Given the footprint, that capability, as you found out, a weapon light is the way to go. It's way easier to manipulate the gun, do any types of reloads, move around. We were going in and out of vehicles, undoing seatbelts. Having a weapon light is a huge advantage as opposed to having to deal with a handheld light in low light shooting. So it's definitely the way to go.
But with that being said, having a handheld light, I always recommend, because sometimes if you drop your keys out in the Walmart parking lot, taking your gun out to try to find them at night probably doesn't work that well. But
I didn't know you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, some people just might
Is
look
that
down
frowned
on it.
upon?
Yeah, maybe. But I guess it depends on which Walmart you're at. But anyway, having a handheld light just does definitely help.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the stiletto because of how slim it is and everything, and that's what I keep on me. And there it is. Exactly. So that's what I'm a big fan of. But you guys obviously have the EDC2 out here, and quite a few of the others. So always a big fan of that. And of course, if you guys saw our video coverage of the Tennessee Turbo Nights with Kyle Lamb, you would see all these lights, which is cool. But you've got a muzzle device over here. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is just a cool new muzzle device. You might be familiar with our war comps.
Oh, yeah.
So we have flash hiders, we have muzzle brakes, and then we have our war comps. The war comp's kind of what we call a directionally controlled flash hider, meaning it's a flash hider first. Its job is to mitigate your flash signature. Secondarily, it mitigates your muzzle rise, doesn't do much for recoil, but it keeps the muzzle flat and on target. The gun still comes back. But the main thing is it still prevents flash. It's a SOCOM. The war comp that I'm talking about is a SOCOM muzzle adapter, meaning it can take our SOCOM line of suppressors. That does add some cost because there's very high tolerances, a lot of QC that goes in when we manufacture those. So we also have our Pro Comp muzzle brakes, which are non-suppressor mounting muzzle brakes. Because they don't have to have the high tolerances, they're a lot more affordable. We have our Eliminator flash hiders, same deal. It's a really good flash hider, doesn't have the high tolerances of our SOCOM attachment muzzle devices. And then this is the newest third item for that. It's our War Comp Sport, same deal, where it does not take our SOCOM line of suppressors, but it does a really good job, again, of mitigating flash, keeping the muzzle flat and on target, and at a much more affordable price point. MSRP is going to be $99, so it's a killer deal, like $70 cheaper than a normal war comp. So if you're not planning on putting a suppressor on a certain gun, this is a really good option.
Well, I can already go see that being used in competition use, things like that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the war comp alone, with the ports right up front, and this being the 3-prong, does a really good job at actually adding that compensation, recoil compensation, and the flash mitigation that you guys put out there. So I mean, that's cool.
It's
especially being more budget friendly too, still having the Surefire name on it, and quality, and also being that useful. Solid choice, man. So awesome stuff. And of course, we've got your rifle here, your BCM set up with the RC2 right up front. And just
Turbo Scout light. So
you can't go wrong with that either. So guys, check out Surefire, of course. If you don't know them by now, don't know where you've been at, but you obviously haven't been watching our videos, because I probably mentioned you in at least once a week.
I appreciate that.
Because of all the different muzzle devices and lights and everything else that you guys have out there, and the pressure pads and all that. So Andrew, it's always good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to the next invite for the next shooting event that we've got coming up.
100%. You're already on it. It's not even written yet, but you're on it.
Perfect. All right. That's good to know. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are over at AERO Precision. We have Kirk. We finally get to talk about this, right? Like they got to shoot it yesterday at Race Day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that.
And it's final form. It's finally here. So yeah, today we're debuting our new Solus bolt action rifle system.
Nice.
So behind us I got some of the complete rifle offerings here. I kind of want to emphasize that this isn't just complete rifles, it's a full system. We're selling standalone actions, standalone chassis. Soon to come we have barreled actions coming. So if you want to do a custom build, it's an open source action, accepts common prefits, Remington 700 triggers, 700 footprint. So you can build it at home pretty easily with some headspace gauges and some know-how.
Nice.
If you're not comfortable with that, you can get the barreled action. That'll give you some more customization. Or if you just want a good out-of-the-box turnkey solution, we have the complete rifles available.
Nice.
So
basically what you're saying is you can piece it together, so like tactical Legos, or you can just buy the full thing.
Yeah, and we have our complete rifles we're tailoring to different use cases. Kind of the core of the complete rifle line is the ones in our competition chassis here. This is a really good modular chassis for PRS shooters, target shooters. There's a lot of use cases you can adapt this to. We also have our Bravo complete rifles here. That'll be kind of the second big piece of the complete rifle offering. Comes in a KRG Bravo chassis. Real good for hunting, a little more lightweight, a little more simplistic. So
Nice. So AERO is known for, you know, different colors popping in every other week, stuff like that, once a month.
Yep.
Is that going to be something that's also going to be available with the bolt gun or not?
we're not, probably not on the builder set program. We do have a bunch of colorways available for like the chassis.
Okay.
So in the competition chassis, we have the black and the FDE you see here. We have OD green, sniper gray.
Okay.
There's likely more to come down the road. So.
Okay, gotcha. So we're not going super bougie with all the colors just yet.
Not yet, not yet. We might do some stuff, but I can't promise anything just yet.
No promises. Y'all heard the man.
Yeah.
Basically, that was wink, wink.
Yeah, that's my non-answer.
All right, we have anything else you want to cover while we're here?
No, we got the suppressors out. Those have been on the market.
Yeah, we've talked about the suppressors.
Yeah, Lahar 30, fully welded, no minimum barrel length requirement.
Yeah.
Full auto rated, 300 Win Mag.
Yeah.
Good all-around durable suppressor. So.
They're awesome. So guys, you heard it. AERO's bolt gun is finally on the market, so go get you one. Thanks, Kurt.
Yep, thank you.
All right, here we are at the Beretta's booth, and I've got Jessica over here, Beretta's competitive shooter. How's it going, Jessica?
Good to meet you. Actually, we met on the range day.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did, and we shot that.
Yes,
right?
good to see you again.
Absolutely. So, okay, we got the Cheetah over here in our hands. It's brand new, and just tell me about it.
Okay, well,
Pretend as if I know nothing about it. I know everything about it.
Okay.
Of course. But pretend as if I don't.
Okay, so Beretta is...
I don't know everything about it.
Come out with a new iteration of the Cheetah platform, which is kind of old school, but they've updated it. They've been making a lot of advances and strides with the 92X performance, and the same engineer who's been working on that put all those advancements into the Cheetah frame. So I personally feel that like, this looks and shoots and it's like a mini 92X performance. I think they should have named it that, but it's really an addition to the Cheetah line. Yeah. So it's got a durable frame. They've really toughened it up. It's got a Picatinny rail. It's optics ready, so you can add a red dot if you'd like. It's got a really like smooth competition trigger. I don't know if they call it a competition trigger, but it sure feels like one to me. It's a little over 4 pounds for that double action.
For double action?
For double action.
Okay, what about single action? It's got to be much better.
I'm not sure what the weight is on the single, but it's really smooth and light, and you can decock it. So you can go from double to decocked to shave off a little bit that way. It's got a frame-mounted safety, so it's got the safety and the decocker on this one. And I got a chance to shoot it. It's .380 caliber, and it's really soft shooting. I don't miss the 9mm at all. I currently carry the APX-A1 carry in 9mm, but this frame, it's a double stack magazine that holds 13 rounds. The width of this frame fits my hand so perfectly. So the fact that I can fit 13
plus
rounds in there, it's like a trade-off.
Exactly.
I don't miss the 9mm because everything else is so worth it.
Yeah, and I got a chance to shoot this thing, and it was a pleasure. I know 380, right? 380 still has, with the right ammunition, right brand, let's just say, right? It has a lot of punch, right? And yet it is a pleasure to shoot. It was, and we've got it on video too, it was just extremely flat. And on top of that, I mean, what a good-looking pistol. I mean, it's just really gorgeous.
I really love this bronze color. It also comes in OD green, and it'll come in black as well. I think we've got black here.
Black over here.
So I personally like the bronze.
I love the bronze.
Yeah.
And you know, on top of that, Beretta just went out and just put these optic plates too. So you can actually, because red dots, they're a thing now.
They're the new thing.
Exactly, they're the new thing, right?
Get on board.
Get on board, exactly. Get with the program, right? So, and you've got that going. You've got 13+1. So this is a fantastic carry option.
Yes.
For anybody. You know, some may say for females. Sure, I mean, absolutely.
Yes, so I am I would say that if you're a woman and you've got small hands like I do, this fits my grip perfectly. It's durable enough that it absorbs the recoil, but it's light enough that you can carry it every day. Because if it's too heavy, you're not going to want to carry it on your back. You're going to have like back pain and be annoyed. This is light enough that you will carry it every day.
And you know what? That's a great point. And some people make smaller guns, right? Oh, it fits great in my hand, but then it's a hand cannon for some female or
it's
smaller
very
people.
Obnoxious to shoot. This one is not. The opposite. This is amazing.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, I really, really appreciate it. Do we have anything else to talk about any other products that you know of?
Yes. So the A300 patrol rifle, I had a little
input
on the loading port there. I'd love to tell you about it.
Wait, you actually had an input on the design of that?
Right, I'm a competition shooter, and this is a tactical patrol rifle. This is for duty. That's the market demographic. But they wanted my input, and there was one thing I had to have. I'm like, if you do this to the tactical shotgun, I'll compete with it, and I'll prove that you can quad load with it. Right off.
Show us, please.
Okay.
Show us. There you go. All right, Jessica, what is this?
All right, this is the A300 Ultima patrol rifle.
That you had an input on
Right,
building.
so Beretta gathered a bunch of brilliant minds from all industries to talk about this, like a R&D day for the shotgun. And I was the competition shooter who showed up and was like, let me look at this. Okay, my one thing I have to have, if you're gonna ask me what I want an open loading port. So you can see that this is milled out, it's lower and it's smoother, so it's really open. Because I want to be able to load 4 shells, quad load, in competition. And I've not been able to do that right off the shelf. And I did get a prototype of this, and I was able to do it. So once they send this to me, you'll see me competing with it just to prove how amazing it is.
So this reminds me of flared mag wells, right? On like pistols and rifles, you got that flared mag well to assist you with your recoil. And in this case, I know it's not flared, but it's milled so to assist you with recoil. So it's like a similar idea to get you going.
Exactly. It's faster to load. So this has a shorter buttstock than the 1301 that I've been using. But the market is for home defense or duty or patrol, law enforcement. So it's got a shorter buttstock, to maneuver in tighter, smaller spaces. So, but for me being that smaller woman, I don't mind the shorter length of pull. This still works for me.
Feels right.
Yes.
All right, so you compete with this thing?
Okay, so it's not made for competition, but I'm going to prove in competition that you can do it. The barrier to entry for shotgun shooting in competition is generally loading the shotgun. That's where everybody struggles, and I think that's where I struggle. That's a lot of reason why people choose not to do 3-gun is because they don't want to load the shotgun. Yeah. And so now that you can quad load with this thing stock right off the shelf, I think that you can bring it to a competition, because everybody's always asking me, what is an entry-level shotgun to bring to 3-gun? Because they're not sure if they're going to stick with the 3-gun or not, and they're like, well, I don't want to invest too much. Well, this is the perfect option, because you can use it for home defense, and then try it out, give it a try, and I think you're going to love it. You'll be able to upgrade, you'll be able to add a magazine tube extension. They'll be able to, I'm not sure if it's available yet, but they'll have like extenders for the buttstock.
Yep. And this is great. I got to shoot this thing 2 days ago at the Beretta's range day, and I must say it was extremely solid. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, you shoot some shotguns, they reliably operate, but it felt much tighter. Like, this shotgun felt incredible. And that's when we were talking with the gentleman over there, said this is going to shake the ground, and I believe that. I think this is going to make some noise.
This is like a crossover shotgun that everybody's going to love. It's got oversized controls, so that's great for competition when you're under stress and you don't have fine motor skills in your hands. So it's got like an oversized charging handle, oversized bolt release. You're going to be able to run this thing really hard, really fast. It's got a Picatinny rail. You can add an optic if you want to. I think it comes with ghost ring sights, which are really cool. This thing
fiber optic front side. This is just phenomenal. I love this thing. Yeah. All right, Jessica, really appreciate your time. It's been fantastic. And lastly, I want to know about information. I want to get information about the gun that you compete with, the 92X Performance. Okay, you want to show that to us?
I'd love to.
All right, let's go. All right, Jessica, tell us about the gun that you compete with.
All right, so there's actually 2 that I compete with. There's the 92X Performance and the 92X Performance Defensive, which looks nearly identical on the outside. You can shoot it with iron sights, but they're optic cut so that you can replace the top with an optic of your choice. Now this one weighs just a few more ounces than the defensive. So the defensive was custom made for the IDPA shooting division or discipline. And this one is made for Carry Optics Division in USPSA.
I see that's got the Picatinny, but this one doesn't have it, right?
Right, so they had to reduce the weight in order to make it IDPA legal. So they took off the Picatinny rail to cut that weight out.
Gotcha.
So if I leave it with iron sights, I can shoot this in production division. If I add an optic, I can shoot it in Carry Optics division. So these
Very
are
cool.
my babies. Yeah, I love these.
I mean, they're amazing. I mean, they're Beretta, right? I always say it, like in our videos, iconic. U.S. military contract for a very, very long time. And now, obviously, you're competing and winning competitions with this thing. It's fantastic. What a beautiful, beautiful looking machine. And these are available?
Yes, these have been on the market for a little while now.
Okay.
I think the newest version that just came out this year at this show is the 92XI.
Which is what you said, like a little bit economically more affordable.
Yes, it's just a little more affordable. The composition of the frame is like a aluminum alloy, some type of, it's durable, but it's a little bit lighter weight.
Lighter weight, okay.
And it comes, I believe, with like wood grips. I haven't had a chance to look at them too closely yet, but.
No, you can swap them out if you don't like them.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Well, this is fantastic. Jessica, really appreciate your time. You explained everything. I mean, I knew a couple of things, but now I know a lot more. And I'm sure our audience will appreciate this too. So thanks a lot.
You can't go wrong with Beretta.
Absolutely not. And go out there and continue to just kick butt.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good talking to you.
We're over here now with my buddy Mike. Dude, it's always good to see you, man.
Always good.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we're with SYLVAN Arms over here. You guys should see them from our torture test video where I actually wound up breaking the gun before I broke the... Actually, I never did wind up breaking the actual adapter, so there's that. But anyway, you guys have quite a few different items that we want to talk about today. You got your new slides, your Gen 4 adapter, we got some silencers. So Mike, you know what you're talking about, man. Just take it away.
We'll start with the folder. So our newest folder is a lot different from what we had before. We took all that space out that was in there, and we made it right up to the lower receiver.
Yeah.
So it flows so much better.
Yeah, it looks nice and clean. Yeah.
We changed our connection points and our hinges, made them steel instead of aluminum. Okay. So they're much tighter lockup, no wiggle in there.
Right.
We also added some sling points in there that we didn't have before. So now you can attach your sling forward of the fold. But really great, nice and lightweight, stays open when it's open.
Right.
We gotta get you one so you can see if you can break another rifle.
See if we break another one?
Yeah.
Now this time I'm gonna have to put it on like some sort of tank of a turret or something, you know, to make sure I don't break it. But no, but the adapter's held out so well. Like I said, I mean, if you guys haven't seen that video, I literally broke the gun before I broke the adapter. But no, the lockup, tighter tolerances, the QD slings, I mean, that's gonna be awesome.
Yes, great.
Well, so continuing on, we've got
our newest, latest, greatest is our slides are finally here. So we did 2 versions, the Gen 4 and the Gen 3, and we did 2 models, the 17 and the 19. So, standard slide would ship just like this, no internals, no sights. It does come with
the different optics plates?
Yeah, so you have a cover plate, and then we do 1 optics plate that covers all of the major footprints.
Well, that makes things easier.
So instead of having 3 different ones and you pick which one you need, just 1 plate covers everything.
Yeah.
And then you can also get a version with the internals and with sights.
There you go. Okay.
And down the road, we're looking to do one with a barrel in it too.
Oh, there you go. So you can buy a complete assembly if you wanted to.
Correct.
Down the road. That's cool. Yeah.
And of course, we have our 9mm comp that we've had out for a while, and you can see that kind of flows right in with our slide.
Yes. Now, it looks like they're actually made for each other. How about that?
Yeah, that's right. They're made for each other.
Yeah, now what I think is really cool about this is you can take one of these strip slides like that. So if you're wanting to build your own, you know, make it really yours, but you want that custom look, custom cut, you want the optics cut, instead of having to send your slide off to get milled, which probably sometimes costs more than what the actual this would be, you know, that's actually a pretty neat setup. So you got the window cuts, the ports, the extra serrations and everything, which I think looks phenomenal. And I'd be excited for that. Or like you said, coming, you know, if you want to just, hey, yeah, I like that custom look, I'm just going to go ahead and just buy that.
Yeah, that's plug and play basically. Just throw it on there.
Yeah, exactly. So continuing on, your suppressors.
Right? And they're great. I love these things. We got four variants right now. We don't have the 22 out here, but we've got a fixed 22, sealed up, titanium, complete titanium. Then we go to the 9mm. The 9mm is, I guess, a hybrid titanium tube, stainless steel end caps, titanium baffles. It ships with a blast chamber and a Nielsen device. So you can put that on a rifle or SBR or on your handgun, and either way.
And either way, it's going to run and it's going to work.
It's going to run and work, yeah.
Yeah. Now that is really neat and something that we obviously need to try out too. You know, I mean, I've seen them. I have because I know Alec got a hold of one.
Alec did get one, yes.
Yeah, and we shot that, and man, it's good. You know, it's really nice. So we definitely need to take these and run them in a couple of different things, you know, and just really beat the hell out of it, because that's what I like to do. And if it holds up like your adapter does, then my gun will probably break before the suppressor does. So there you have it. But also one other thing I want to talk about, and it's kind of like just discreetly laid out, hiding in plain sight, are y'all's mats. These things are awesome.
They are.
By the way.
They are great.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I have laying around.
Yeah, because first of all, they've got the magnetic particle in it, which is super cool. So if you got those really small parts that are really easy to go flying, or once they hit the floor, they're gone. Yeah, the fact that you guys got the magnets situated in there, and then all the grooves in there, it's great for cleaning, taking down, building, all that type of fun stuff. So
and then out here, these are all the pistol mats. On the back, you can see some rifle mats, just a bigger version.
Right, exactly. But man, dude, it's always good talking with you. And like I said before, we need to have you on the podcast.
We do.
You've got You've got some pretty interesting stories you and I have talked about.
Yeah.
And being a Marine also, I feel like you and I can just jive pretty well. So, you know, that's
we'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, thanks for taking the time.
Sir.
Absolutely, man. And guys, be sure to be checking out SYLVAN Arms for a lot of your accessory needs. You guys also have the QD Picatinny and sling mounts and all that, which again, I do like quite a bit. So don't miss out on any of that, because they're just great solutions, great products.
Guys, now we are over here with Keith. Keith, thanks for having us. We are over here at the EAA booth. So I see some pretty shiny things. Can you just tell me a little bit about this? It caught my attention. I just want to talk about it a little bit.
So this is a new 1911 from GRISS, titanium nitride coated, exterior different shape, gold colored barrel, which is also titanium nitrided, ambo safeties, grip, G10 grips, magwell, everything on the gun. Hammer forged frame, hammer forged slide, drilled and rifle barrel. Very nice 1911 for the money.
Nice, that's awesome. What else you got out here on the table for us?
So we're working on a project that will get formally introduced at NRA.
Okay.
This is a double stack or fat frame 1911, whatever you want to call it, using all of GRISS parts. GRISS will produce this. It has a double diamond grip pattern, polymer lower, and GRISS top ends. You have a choice of officer, commander, or government, as well as a 6-inch hunting version. And 9, 45, and 10 millimeter cartridges. You can opt between whether you want a magwell or not, ambo safeties, so forth, better sighting systems, so forth.
All right, now that we're over here at this other table, what do you got for me over here?
These are clones of a high power made by GRISS. We call them MCP-35. We do both the full-size gun, which we brought out last year, and this year we brought out what they used to call a detective. We call it the PI. So it's MC-35 PI. And we brought out the basic gun, just like we did in the full size. Then we brought out what we call the ops, which is the Picatinny rail, the big beaver tail, the straight trigger, 3-dot sighting systems, G10 grips, no magazine disconnect safety, and we have this version. And then the third generation of it is the same, again, ops version with the red dot sight.
Nice.
This is not just a red dot sight, but it comes as optics ready as well.
Okay, gotcha. So it's just optics cut for it already.
Optics are cut into the slide, but also you have a cap over it so you can use iron sights or red dot.
Nice. So those are so you can straight up use this through your red dot sights through your red
but
dot.
also it ships. You can get an option with a plate over the cut for the optics.
Right.
And it ships with iron sights on the plate.
Okay, that's awesome.
And also our red dots, also if you see the 2 fibers there, those fibers allow you to sight the gun with using a 3-dot sight system.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's what's new on the high powers besides optics on the full size too. Not high powers, MCP-35. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah. No, I look I definitely look forward to shooting these in the future. So I'm super excited, and I really want to thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Here we are at the Colt Canada's booth, and I've got Morgan over here. Morgan, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
All right, so I see this beautiful piece over here, and first of all, what's the model for this one?
So this is our Colt C20 rifle.
C20.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I grab it?
Of course, grab it. Yeah.
All right. So there we go. Okay, so if you want to hold it.
Of course, yeah.
You want to tell us about it. What is so special about this thing?
So this is our C20. This is our monolithic upper receiver. So it allows you to have 2 optics coaxial. You won't get any misalignment. We have our classic Colt hammer forged barrel. We've run
18 inches, you said?
18 inches, yeah, Colt hammer forged, non-chrome lined to improve the precision. We've done a lot of testing on this. About 8,000 rounds, no stoppages. Over the average of those 8,000 rounds, we were able to achieve 0.66 MOA. So it's
0.66 MOA over 8,000 rounds.
Over 8,000 rounds.
That is phenomenal.
Average. Over a shooting
On average,
schedule.
yeah, but that's phenomenal.
Yes, yes. So we're very proud of this system. It's got a lot of things going for it. So yeah.
And so I see the muzzle brake over here, the muzzle device, I'd say. What is that? Is that yours?
So this is a HUXWRX flash hider, and it allows you to mount their HUXWRX 762 Ti suppressor.
Okay.
And that is, we've done a lot of testing on that as well, and that's what came out on top. So that's what we go with.
That is fantastic. And looking at it, obviously, great color and awesome. So tell us about the stock. I see the LMT stock over here.
Yep. So it is an LMT stock. It's a fully adjustable stock.
The cheek weld too over here.
Yep, cheek riser. The color itself is FDE, as you said. It's Cerakoted in an IR invisible Cerakote. So.
Oh, that is super cool. And I also want to touch base over here, the ambidextrous features. I see a bolt release and magazine. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So we obviously a lot of the militaries are going towards an ambi style rifle. So we have a bolt release here on the right side, as well as the left side, which everybody knows this one. We also have a ambi mag release on the left side, and the standard release on the right side. So
that is fantastic. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful looking machine over here. It's Colt C20. It's Canada. It's is it available in the United States?
It's not available in the United States, unfortunately.
Yeah, bummer. But you know what? Nevertheless, I mean, this is a beautiful piece. Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, Morgan, thanks a lot for having us over. It was a pleasure checking this out. Definitely check out Colt Canada. It's not available here, but it's a beautiful piece. You got to check it out. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, we're over here now with Paul from Gearhead Works. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely. So what do we got going on here?
So new year, new products, right? So most people know us for our Tailhook brand of pistol braces, right?
Yeah.
We had the Mod 1, the Mod 2, the Mod 3.
Right.
And those were all ATF approved, but we were coming out with ATF, coming out with the Mod 4 right when the ATF decided to change all the rules. So we don't really know what that we've got here is a 3D print prototype.
Yeah.
Now the proposed worksheet they had with the point system, this passed.
Yeah.
So what's different about this one is the brace used to would just fold to one side.
Right.
How you installed it on the gun would determine the side. Well, this one was completely ambidextrous, as you could flip it to either side.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it made it a lot more flexible. It still has the good counterbalance and where it's a brace that actually works. But now we've got to try to figure out what the new rules are, what it all means. Do we need to change some of the design features or something like that? So we're kind of back to square one right now. On all
Right,
that.
yeah, so new year, new products and new problems.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. And I know like there's plenty of companies like yourself, that are in this position right now. So I just want to say to all of our viewers too, that the ruling that was passed is obviously causing some issues for the businesses that are out there. And to make sure that you're, supporting organizations like Owners of America and Firearms Policy Coalition who are actually standing up and fighting for your rights and helping to kind of prevent stuff like this from happening, or at least, make it go back.
Yeah, just, you got to keep the stuff in check,
Right.
I mean, we played by all the rules. We got approval letters, and in the end, it doesn't matter when the goalpost keeps changing.
Right.
So, you know, you do it. It's a passion, you know, so you just keep trudging through it and try to innovate.
Right, especially too when you think about, you know, the original braces, what they were designed for, right, and how they've been used very effectively since then, you know, for disabled veterans or other handicapped people that just want to be able to exercise their Second Amendment right. And now them being able to exercise their Second Amendment right is literally coming under attack, right? So it almost seems like, if you're asking me, that's very unfair for that, you know, demographic of individuals that could be suffering from some sort of handicap, now can't even shoot comfortably.
We actually had 2 different one-armed men in our booth just this morning.
Oh, wow.
And they were trying the braces out. One was missing a right arm, and the other was missing a left arm. So we had it, you know, with an ambidextrous design, or the Mod 1 where you could flip to either one, and they were thoroughly impressed. They were excited because they could actually shoot it, because they were trying to explain how trying to use a different brace or use one without a brace, they couldn't hold it up. And this one, everything they tried, they were able to use.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's awesome, man. Yeah. And I'm glad there are, you know, companies like yourself out there that's actually being able to equip these gentlemen and you know, ladies and gentlemen out there being able to actually shoot and again exercise their Second Amendment right. So very good on you. Thanks for taking the time, Paul. Yeah. And by the way, what's the story, man? I mean, I know you got John Wick's Mustang here. Like, how did you? What?
So it is John Wick's Mustang from John Wick 2. It's officially was known as stunt car number 3. Yeah. There was 3 stunt cars. The first one they totaled, they ran into the building and destroyed it. So it never even made it in any scenes because it was the first stunt. So this car and one other car did all the rest of the stunts in the movie. Yeah. And this one took the worst of the hits. Obviously, it's pretty well totaled. But Keanu Reeves did drive this car. It's got a lot of modifications done to the car to make it survive the crashes. They basically built a demolition derby car, but hid it all underneath the original Mustang skin.
That's cool, man. Yeah. That's cool. So how did you guys acquire it?
So believe it or not, it was one of the guys at the shop found it on Facebook Marketplace. And he told me about it, and it was only an hour away from the office. So I was like, I got to go look at this. And I'm a classic car guy anyway, a Mustang guy. I've got several classic Mustangs and a bunch of classic cars. And being in the gun business of John Wick, you know, how Keanu Reeves actually is a shooter. Oh, yeah. So we're like, this is great. I said, I have to buy this. I was like, I'm taking this as a sign from God. He meant for me to have this car.
Yes. Absolutely, dude. That's awesome, man. Well, you need to hook up with Taryn, man, and maybe, you know, get some of your stuff on some of the, like, I know Foxtrot Mike does some stuff with Taryn Tactical, and then you got Gearhead Works and Taryn and Foxtrot Mike, and then get Keanu back in the car, and maybe it'll be like a home.
You know, I called him, but he was a little bit busy, so, you know, maybe next time.
Yeah, he's working on Chapter 5 now, right?
Right,
so,
yeah.
All right, Paul, again, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are over here with KRISS. Well, Tim from KRISS. Yeah, so
I get that a lot.
Tim, we have a Classic Firearm here. Can you explain this to me?
Okay, so this is the 20th anniversary limited edition CRB that we're releasing for this year. It's kind of a blend of some of the early prototypes because we're celebrating 20 years since the KRISS Vector and the Super V technology debuted. So some of the features that are on this model that you're not going to find on a regular KRISS Vector carbine are the round barrel shroud that we've bringing back for this model, the two-tone Cerakote colorway, the folding stock, and the skeletonized trigger. So the trigger is not just for looks. We actually did some fine tuning on this one, so it's a little bit smoother and a much more audible tactile reset on this guy. It's going to come with this vertical grip and a custom foam cut carry or hard case, and chambered in 45 ACP only, just like the original Vector.
So just we're throwing it way back.
Yeah.
45 only.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. I'll be honest, it's pretty bad.
You want to hold it?
Yeah, I want to hold it. Can you hold that? Nice. Nice. We had one of the later versions, I think, in the warehouse, or in the video room. We keep some video room, but this is nice. I like this a lot.
I'm glad. Am I interviewing you now?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great.
All right, well, appreciate your time, and guys, 20th anniversary. Good stuff.
Here we are at the Canix booth, and I've got Adam the Giant over here.
You got a little speechless there already.
Because you are. I mean,
that was emotional.
All right, listen, I'm not a short guy, all right? 6'3". Yes. Oh, that's a really small gun. What's going on?
Nice transition.
All right.
That was a solid segue. Yeah.
There you go.
You know, I gotta say, at least you know how to segue instead of Clint, who's just, stumbling around.
You just heard me.
Yeah. Not as good as Katie, but who is?
Yeah, we're not talking about that. No.
Yeah, that's smart. We are so excited. Today we announced and fully brought it out to the public, the Canik Mete MC9, our micro compact chambered in 9mm.
Okay.
People have been asking for it for a long time. We've been listening, but we wanted to do it the right way. We were never in this to come out first. We were never in this to come out any time before we literally listened to what the market wanted, what people were looking for, and how we could do it to the best of our ability that truly met the widest array of what the consumer was literally looking for and how it would fit, you know, the ergonomics and the actual feasibility of what they were trying to accomplish with it. We know a micro compact has to be small. You want it to have as much concealability as possible. But if the gun is so small and so inoperable that it frankly doesn't work in your hand, if it's sliding all around, if those kind of things are happening, then what is really the point? So we were able to find out how to make a gun that fits in the competition with the same size as some other really great guns that were ahead of us that we learned from, in a 4.5 inch tall, 1.1 inch wide, and only 6.1 inch in length gun that is optics ready, co-witnesses, 12+1 and 15+1,
okay,
with an inside the waistband holster, Canik trigger, completely ambidextrous, 3 back straps, 2 mags.
Wait, let me ask you this. All right, so now people are gonna say, okay, you got this little gun, and everything is great, but what about the recoil? Is it a hand cannon or what?
So the biggest thing about this is, as we talked about, you know, none of these guns are hand cannons. It's a 9mm. But if you don't have a proper grip on it, it starts to move. Absolutely. So what we said is, what are the things that are going to give the end user the most control over this platform, this small platform? So an ergonomically redesigned beaver tail sits your hand up a little higher on the grip, brings it in a little tighter. That Canik trigger, when you can manipulate it a lot easier, not having to drag it all the way through, allows you, and then if your hand is a meat paw like mine and yours, we have that 15-round magazine, which actually has the extended grip that brings it down about another inch. So you're not only getting the +3, but you're getting a solid base point, that extra contact point that really gives you the stability that you need to operate a platform of this magnitude.
Yeah. You want to hold this real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Right. I just want to check this out real quick. So, obviously with a holster, right?
Right. That it comes with, an inside the waistband holster.
Oh, it comes with it. Okay. So I've got one right here, and honestly, this is.
And you're wearing your girlfriend's shirt.
We're not talking about that. This is not that interview. All right, so before we started the interview, I told you about that.
I mean, listen, if you packed wrong, you packed wrong, but at least embrace it.
Yeah, but we're talking about this small thing, not this.
Touche.
See? That's what we're talking about. All right, so let me get back to this. So we've got this awesome piece of technology over here. A little bit ago, you were with us. We talked about the Rival S, right? The SYLVAN Rival S, and that was a phenomenal gun. Like, it's
a lot of fun to shoot. But the complete opposite of this, right?
And now I come out here to talk about that, maybe a little more about that, and you drop this bombshell at me, and I'm very pleasantly surprised with this. And let me check that trigger.
Literally the same Canik trigger.
I sincerely mean this, and even though I have pretty big hands, right? It's still not bad. It's pretty comfortable. And if I get that 15+, like what is that, +15?
Yeah.
I mean,
15+1. 15+1. You know, it's 3 more than what you're sitting there on that flush. It also comes with a pinky rest. So if you want to change out that flat base plate, it'll now extend to give you yet another point of relief right there on the 12-rounder.
Okay. Which, wow, this is insane. All right, so when do I get to shoot this thing?
So we're going to get one to Classic in the next couple weeks, and then they will go out to distribution, out to Classic, and they will be available to the consumer. You guys will have them on your website March 1st.
All right. That's good. And the last question. So red dot is a thing nowadays, right? It's becoming a huge thing, and obviously you got a plate over here. What's the footprint on it?
So it's going to be, obviously, the only thing that is really universal for a micro compact gun is a micro red dot. So that shield footprint is going to marry directly to the slide. No need for a base plate, no need for anything like that, and it's going to 100% co-witness out the gate.
Wow. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. It looks like Canik definitely listened to the consumer and made all the necessary improvements and just brought you one size fit all. Just a phenomenal micro compact, super concealable, awesome looking, Canik durability pistol. You know what? It's going to be out of stock everywhere. I'm confident. So.
Absolutely.
Hey, Adam,
Brother,
Shake
thank
your
you
hand.
so much. As
Thanks
always,
a lot, man.
As
Appreciate
always,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're here with HUXWRX. We got Auburn here. Yeah, you might recognize Auburn. They're the makers of the Flow 5.6K and Cash 9K. We love them. We've used them on many videos. You guys have awesome products. So we just want to highlight it and hear more about what you guys got coming in the works.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, where to begin, obviously, just to give you guys a little background of HUXWRX. HUXWRX was OSS. Right now we're HUXWRX Safety Co. And our goal is really to create a safety product, right? Something that is going to help reduce gas mitigation, also kind of create a product that's going to run and check off all the things that you need checked off. So reducing recoil, have it, we got a technology that I think is really doing a lot of different variety of things. So what we have is what everyone knows is the Helix or the HX QD. And this is our 7.62, just kind of a replica cutout of what that is and what the flow-through technology is. Something that's really unique. Most companies or most suppressor companies do it with a baffle system or a monocore system. What we've created something is that it's engineered to kind of run the gas through different chambers. Something that's going to be, cleaner also overall for your weapon, so it keeps it running and no malfunctions to the weapon is kind of the other goal. But then with the gas going out forward, you're also reducing recoil. So instead of getting crazy blowback to your face, you're getting the blowback to go outside the front. And there's tests and different articles that people can look up and see how much really less gas is coming out and what chemicals it's really saving you from. So more for your health benefit. And then the other cool thing is we have these geo caps, which is really unique, so it reduces the flash. So, for military and other things. But one thing that's really special that we came out with that's a little bit different from the actual HX QDs here. These are our CNC machine. So you got little 2 welding points. So anything that's high pressure, you're shooting stuff that you don't want. You want to create points of contact that are a little bit stronger. So we came out with a special one that you're holding here, which is our 5.56K Flow. The Flow can is really unique. This one's 3D printed from a 17.4 stainless steel.
Commercially 3D printed.
Yep, commercially 3D printed. With having those, you remove the welding points, so now this is all one piece. Has all the same technology that you see here, but the cool thing with this is actually a lighter, more durable. It's actually just an overall better product. This just won the FBI contract just recently. You take it for what it is, but it did go through multiple tests of why this is a special can. I think I'm just really excited to kind of showcase what technology we have coming, what types, what that technology is leading to with manufacturing. And kind of what's available here, but they work on our QD mounting systems that you can get with the flash hider or compensator. It's got our Loctite patent idea where you can reverse lock it and lock it up. It's easy if you have multiple rifles. Then we also have some other really cool lines of stuff if you like rimfire, not only centerfire, but there's just cool stuff, man. Cool stuff that you guys will be seeing with HUXWRX as we continue to innovate and as we prepare some stuff. But yeah, the other cool thing that I like to mention is, a lot of people get a can or a suppressor and you got to modify your rifle. With our cans, the way it's designed to kind of run through those chambers and how it takes that suppression and puts it out forward or the blowback a little bit forward, you actually don't have to modify your rifle. So you don't need to get an adjustable gas block. You don't have to do certain things to modify or a special buffer tube. You can just quickly attach these, run it. It's going to cycle. It does really well.
Because the back pressure so low.
Because the back pressure, and also with the chambers is you can dip it and actually submerge it into water. And it's one of the only cans, I think it is the only can, don't quote me on that, but it can actually, as we've done different testings, this can run up and it's going to cycle and fire with it being submerged in water. It keeps your weapon system actually clean and running. And they're really simple to clean, and you don't have to, almost technically kind of cleans itself, but just like anything, it builds carbon. So we recommend people obviously doing like a solvent dip with it, and then really wiping it down, using your weapon to basically fire it off and clean it, and it gets rid of all that carbon. This is, as long as you keep something clean and you're going to run it, and it lasts longer. That's our goal, something to last longer.
Do you have a rough round count for when you recommend cleaning? Because obviously with all that trapping, it's going to have more fouling within it.
Yeah, so
that's the downside of it.
I would say for me personally, and I haven't really kind of looked at it, but I'd say every 5,000 rounds or less, it doesn't matter. I would say even 1,000 rounds, if you can, clean it, even let it soak and do your thing. The life of this can is definitely, through warranties and stuff, is about 10,000 rounds that we recommend. But this thing, if you do keep it clean, clean and you're taking care of it and you're running it properly, you can get the life of it out to 20,000 rounds easily.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Which
I mean,
is
diminishing returns after 20,000 without cleaning, but that's still amazing. It continues to work.
Completely.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with our, we have a warranty that's really good for any manufacturing defects, so we will cover that stuff, you know, case by case, but also we want to make sure our customer is happy at the end of the day.
Thank you for offering that. No, that's incredible. Yeah, I love your product. I actually won a Flow 506K personally, and I'm glad you guys are offering it to the civilian market too, not just making it for military or law enforcement contracts. So we all appreciate that.
Yeah. No, anything. What do you have questions about, Katie? You're quiet over there.
I don't have questions. So I am Ryan. I am Ryan's moral support.
She's the best. She's amazing. I mean, I couldn't do this without her. I'm serious.
Ryan's like, I want to talk about suppressors. I was like, you can talk about suppressors, and then he kind of looked at me, and I was like, do you want me to go with you? He's like, yeah.
That's cool.
Also, she's good friends with you. So
That's true. Me and Auburn go way back.
But no, a lot of cool stuff coming. Stuff we held out on not telling anyone about yet because we want to keep the innovation exciting and also properly tested. And you know, obviously with the 556K 3D printed, there's opportunity for a lot of really cool stuff. So keep that in mind. You know, we don't want to share all the secrets yet, but
something larger bore. Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yeah, we got cool stuff, dude. I'm excited. Yeah, excited about it and what's to come for HUXWRX. So, yeah.
So what you're saying is, take a bath with your suppressor and go big.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Auburn. That was an amazing interview. Thank you for talking through this. I mean, the intricacies of this suppressor it's incredible what you guys have done.
Yeah. No, you guys.
Thank you.
Keep playing with it, man. Have fun. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I appreciate your time.
Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage so far. This concludes our day one part 2, so be looking forward to tomorrow's coverage coming out very soon. And with that, you might be noticing too what I'm seeing behind me here. We've got a bell-fed FN that looks pretty sweet, and also, is this a SCAR that takes AR-10 mags? And notice the placement of the charging handle and all that stuff and how that looks. I don't know, looks pretty interesting if you ask me. They haven't allowed us to talk about it just yet, but there it is, so maybe they will. Anyway, what do you guys think so far?
Dude, it's a blast. I love it.
My feet already hurt.
What?
My feet already hurt.
So you're really appreciating the squishy carpet that FN has.
It's fantastic.
Oh, it's been a blast, dude. I can't wait to do some more tomorrow.
Me too, guys. So, hey, make sure you are subscribed if you're not already to Outside the Warehouse, and stay tuned for tomorrow's coverage. See you tomorrow.